Hello, we are live Facebook. Okay, let me just share this in the Facebook group and on Instagram, and then we will be good to go. Okay, I swear this always takes me so long to do, but it's worth it. All right, share. Okay, cool. Yay, okay, I am good. If you guys are with me, say hello. If you are on the replay, say hello. Getting Instagram going, and then we will get started. Hi, Instagram. Okay, so I'm live on Facebook, on the business page and the Facebook group, and on Instagram. It is the end of March 2019. Nuts. I don't know where time is going. But as most of you know, at the end of every month, I do my month-end money pulse check, and I want you guys to do it with me. So I encourage you to take notes or just make note of how to complete a month-end money pulse check so you can do yours at the end of every month and set yourself up for a great next month with your budget. So let's dive in. Quick recap on how to complete your month-end money pulse check. Number one, you need to review your budget. So look at the budget that you set for March, and you want to ask yourself some of these questions. Things like, what happened that was supposed to? So did everything go as planned with your budget? And if not, what unexpected expenses came up that threw your numbers off? And do you need to factor those numbers in for April? And then what needs to be changed for April? I mean, do you have birthdays, events, anything coming up in the next month that you need to consciously budget for? If so, you want to make sure you ask yourself those questions and then set yourself up for a great month. So you got to start with your budget, the budget you set for March, and then you want to look at your spending. So how did spending go in the month of March? I mean, as you guys know, you should be tracking your spending throughout the month. This is something I do, this is something my clients do, and this is something that everyone needs to do to make sure that their budget is actually a success, right? Because if you're not tracking your spending, how do you know where your money's going? How do you know if you're actually following your budget? So hopefully you're tracking your spending throughout the month, and if you are, you want to ask yourself these questions. What areas did you overspend or underspend in, and why? And do you need to change that for April? So maybe you budget $200 a month for going out to eat, and you only spent $100. Can you use $100 moving forward in April so maybe you can save more or put more money towards debt? So those are the kind of things you want to look at when you look at your spending from the past month. And then, going back to planning, right? So if you know something's coming up in April that you need to budget for, you got to adjust your categories accordingly. So you want to look at your budget, you want to look at your spending from the past month, but also what you need for the next month. And then lastly, you want to look at your goals. So what goals did you set for the month of March? And maybe they're a continuation of past goals, that's perfectly fine. But did you make the appropriate progress? So you got to ask yourself, if you were supposed to save $100 a month for the next year, did you save your $100? And if not, why not? And if you did, great. Are you on track to continue to save that for the next month? Now, if for whatever reason you couldn't save or you couldn't reach your goal amount, you really have to adjust your numbers moving forward, especially if you have a deadline. So if your goal is to save, make it simple, $1,000 for the year and you miss 3 months, well, ordinarily it would be about $100 a month, but if you missed a couple months, you need to up what you're saving moving forward. So you want to just think about those things as you're reviewing if you made progress or not towards your goals. And then just remember, nobody's perfect. I'm about to share my March results. They weren't that great. But that shouldn't stop you from moving forward accordingly in April and trying to do the right thing. Okay, so to complete your own month-end money pulse check, you need your budget, you need your spending for the month, and then you need your goals. So that was a quick recap on how to complete your own month-end money pulse check. Let's talk about my results. And I keep everything on a spreadsheet, so I track my spending every single day. And again, I have my clients do this too, so we can see exactly where our money has gone throughout the month. So let's see. I saved $42 more than expected. Now, that's kind of a random number, and the reason is because I use Digit. Digit is amazing. It has this cool algorithm that basically tracks the expenses and activity in your checking account and then moves out small amounts of money, making sure that none of your bills or things like that can't get covered. So it's pretty cool. And then I have this feature through my bank called Keep the Change, where every time I use my debit card, it transfers $1 out to a savings account. So I saved $42 more than I planned, which is great. Housing costs, right on track. Personal bills, a little bit more spent than I had budgeted. And I've already looked at what those expenses were, and they should not be reoccurring, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, where I messed up the most in March, and where, you know, a lot of my clients and most young people in general seem to mess up, going out to eat. I spent, oh my gosh, $200 more than I budgeted on going out to eat. I had dinner dates with friends. I had coffee cravings more than usual that I could not succumb to. So definitely not impressed with myself for going out to eat. That's okay. Not going to kill myself about it. But April, I got to tighten it up. And last but not least, fun spending. A little bit over than planned, but overall, I spent $100 less than I made, which means I had a $100 profit for the month. So even though I'm over in some categories, and that means I could have saved more money, I still didn't spend more than I made in the month, which is like number one, like bare minimum, make sure you spend less than what you earn. So that is my March month. Overall, Q1 2019, not off to the best start, but hey, it could always be worse, right? So we're moving into April with a fresh slate. I'm getting ready to set up my budget for the month. I hope you all are too. And, you know, just make sure that you're looking at your budget and your numbers as you create April's budget. So I will see you guys soon. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you have questions, just drop me a DM or a private message, or if you're in the Facebook group, definitely ask away there. And I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.